comes in this cool case that you can open, obviously. G'day everyone, this is Electronics, and just over a week ago I released a brand new single called Earth Arcadia. And I recorded it in the comfort of my own home. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to share with you everything that you're going to need to record your own music from home. So whether you need it to record music for a professional release through online distribution, or you simply want to make videos for your social media and have a decent recording to sync to your video, this gear will be perfect for that. So before we get into the video, I thought I'd share a very quick background on my journey in recording and releasing music over the past 10 years. So I've been releasing music since 2013. I started out as a singer-songwriter, and I released a few folk singer-songwriter tunes around 2013 up until 2015. And then I transitioned into music production, and I've been making beats since 2019. I released my first Tropical House instrumental in 2021, along with a few other singles that year. And I have also now released a couple of singles this year as well, which are going to be a part of my album release later on in the year. I've been lucky enough to have some of my music placed on some Spotify playlists, along with being played on various radio stations around Australia. So what I'd love to do is share with you everything that you need to record music from home, just to get started, the very basics and the essentials. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm also going to throw in a couple of optional pieces of gear that you can include in your home studio setup just for fun. So the gear that I will recommend to you today is gear that I started out with as a beginner music producer. However, I have recently upgraded some of my gear, and just for transparency, I'd love to share with you what I currently use in my studio to record and release my music. So with my latest single, Earth Arcadia, I basically created it here in my home studio. So I used my MacBook Pro. I also used this microphone to record some of the vocals. I used my Fireface UCX audio interface along with my two Eve SC207 monitors, which are currently kaput and in getting repaired. They recently just completely, blew up on me. They wouldn't turn on anymore, so I had to take them in for repair. So that is a bummer. They cost me a lot of money, those speakers, but hopefully I can get them fixed very soon. So I've gone back to using my old speakers just as replacement speakers for now, and they're the speakers that I'm going to recommend to you today. So that's all the gear that I currently use to record my music here in my home studio. But as I mentioned, the gear that I will recommend to you today is gear that I started out with and hopefully will be much more affordable but still high quality, so you're still going to be able to produce a very professional recording. So let's get into it. So obviously you're going to need a laptop. Now, if you want to capture your audio recordings using anything other than a laptop, this isn't the video for you. In this video, I want to focus on recording and capturing audio using a laptop and a digital audio workstation, which we refer to as a DAW, such as Ableton. That's the one that I use. There are other DAWs out there, such as Pro Tools and Logic Pro, but I use Ableton, and that's the DAW that I recommend, but feel free to use any DAW that you feel comfortable with. So the laptop that I recommend to use is a MacBook Pro. Since switching to Mac from PC, I've never had an issue with MacBook. And especially the M1 chip, it is so fast and so much better than any of the other MacBook Pros I've ever owned. So I would totally recommend getting a MacBook Pro if you can afford it. Otherwise, a MacBook Air should be powerful enough to run a DAW from, but depending on how much you have going on the MacBook Air, it might run out of CPU very quickly. So a MacBook Pro would be powerful enough to record and capture audio into. All right, so the second piece of gear that I recommend is an audio interface. And the one that I recommend is a Scarlett 2i2. which is by Focusrite. So this interface has two inputs, and you can use an XLR cable and a 1/4 inch cable as well. It also has a headphone jack, and you can connect speakers to it. So you have your left and right channels at the back. So I started out using this interface for many years. Even though I recently upgraded my audio interface, this is the one that I used for so long. And I actually still use it today in doing music workshops when I'm out and about. It's such an awesome little audio interface. The recordings are crispy, clear and clean, and it just really produces such a high quality professional output, which is perfect if you're just starting out. So I totally recommend the Scarlett 2i2 to include in your setup. Okay, microphones. The next thing that you're going to need is a microphone to include in your little setup. So you can choose between either a dynamic or a condenser microphone. Let's say, for example, you're doing a live performance, you might want to use a dynamic microphone. So the microphones that I recommend can range from a Shure SM58. Now, this is very much an industry standard microphone. And also we have the Sennheiser E935 as well, which is, in my opinion, a bit better quality than the Shure SM58, but nevertheless, it's still a dynamic microphone. So these two microphones are dynamic, which means they are less sensitive to a condenser microphone. So they're not going to have a broad frequency spectrum in what frequencies they can capture. However, they are dynamic, so therefore they're going to be perfect for a live performance setting. Other dynamic microphones that you can consider is this one, which is the Aston Stealth. And actually, it's a hybrid between dynamic and condenser. So you can use it for various different types of audio recordings, such as talking, like I'm doing now, or you can use it for capturing instruments such as guitar and vocals if you want to record a song. So it is a very versatile microphone. However, it is a little bit more expensive than, let's say, a Shure or a Sennheiser E935. Other dynamic microphones that go up higher in price is the Shure SM7B. That's used in a lot of podcasts and a lot of live streams, but I've seen artists use it in their live performance. So it will be, again, another versatile microphone that you could use, but it is higher in price. Whereas these types of microphones will be more affordable. And mind you, you can actually record vocals for a professional release using one of these microphones if you really wanted to as well. If that's all you had is one of these microphones, it has been done before. Okay, so in regards to condenser microphones, I've owned a couple in my lifetime. One was a really cheap Behringer microphone, which isn't the best, but if that's all you had, then, you can make it work. With the right mixing and the right processing, you could make that microphone work. All right, so I was just editing the video and I wanted to quickly jump in and show you the cheap Behringer microphone because I still actually have it. And here we have it. It's the Behringer C3. I don't even know if they make these microphones anymore, but I started out on this microphone when I was recording my guitar and vocals into Pro Tools. And because I was just starting out and I didn't have a developed ear, I couldn't even tell the difference in how bad this microphone actually sounds. But now I guess if I were to use this, I would be able to mix it better and, I could probably make it work. But honestly, if you can afford something like the AKG P220, which I'm going to show you next, then I would totally recommend that microphone over this one. This is really cheap. I think I bought it for $79 at the time. But, you're getting what you pay for. And while it is cheap, there are other cheaper microphones out there that have better quality. But look, if that's all you can afford, totally go get one. But another condenser microphone that I owned was the AKG P220. Now that only cost me around a couple $100 and it comes in this cool case that you can open, obviously. That you can open, obviously. You feel like a business person with this little case. I've got the goods. All right. So you get the microphone, you get a little bit of a... So you get the microphone, you get a cage. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So here we are. Okay, so here we have the P. All right, so let's check it out. Okay, so here we have the AKG P220. Only cost me a couple of $100. I don't know what the price is now. Maybe because of inflation, it's gone up. But at the time, it cost me around $200. And it is quite clear, clean, and crispy, and produces such a high quality professional output. Yeah, it's not going to be as great as, say, like maybe a $10,000 microphone, but for $200, you can't go wrong with the sound on this. You can not only record your vocals, you can also record your guitar. So if you want a condenser microphone, getting something like this to start out will be enough to get you on your journey of making and recording music from home. I can't recommend this microphone enough for a beginner. As I mentioned, it comes with a cage, and you can attach a pop filter to it as well. How cool is that? For $200. A little bit dusty because I haven't used it for so long, but I'm considering using it again, actually, and getting it out, maybe giving it a go once more, because I'm currently using this to record, which is really awesome, but so dusty. So AKG microphone, can't recommend this enough as a beginner microphone. I know I'm repeating myself, but it is, and it has been, such an awesome microphone. But for the price, the quality of this microphone is actually top notch, considering it only costs a couple of $100. And you can definitely use that to record your vocals and whatever else you need to record, let's say guitar as well, or any other instrument that you need to capture. This microphone is perfect for that. Other popular brands that I have used but have never owned include Rode. I have used some of the NTG 1 or 2 microphones, and that's really all the microphones I've ever used in terms of condenser microphones. But yeah, some of the most popular brands out there for condenser microphones that are in the sort of low-end budget to mid-range budget, if you're just starting out, would be Rode, AKG, Aston, and yeah, there must be others out there, but they're the ones that I'm going to recommend today. So a good quality microphone, you only need one just to get started. So you need to choose, are you going to use a dynamic or are you going to use a condenser? I guess one of the pros of using a dynamic microphone is that you could probably take it out and about. So let's say you wanted to go outdoors and do a recording, playing your guitar or singing, then a dynamic microphone will probably work best because it's not going to pick up so much noise of your environment. The next thing that you're going to need to add to your setup is a pair of headphones. Headphones that you could consider are these ones. They are Audio-Technica MTH/50X headphones. These are really comfortable. They have such a clear, nice frequency response, so there's not too much bass coming through, and it's not too tinny. It's just quite evenly, spread across the frequency spectrum. So really nicely balanced audio, and I use these for mixing, and I highly recommend these headphones. And they come at a pretty decent price as well. So if you can grab yourself a pair of cool headphones, that's really all you're going to need for a home studio setup. Obviously, if you had more of a budget, you could add a pair of monitors to your setup as well. So let's say you wanted to include monitors in your setup, The monitors that I would recommend are the PreSonus 5-inch monitors. These are the monitors that I started out with, and for the price range, they are actually quite clear. Again, they are quite balanced in the frequency spectrum. So it's not too bassy, it's not too tinny. It's got a really nice, clean, clear, crisp sound to it. So I highly recommend the PreSonus 5-inch monitors. And that's all the pieces of gear that I would recommend. So just to recap, you need a laptop, you need a digital audio workstation, you also need an audio interface, you need a microphone, and you also need a pair of headphones or speakers. So they're all the essentials and everything that you need to record from home. But as I mentioned, I have a couple of optional pieces of gear that you can add to your setup just for fun, to bring a little sparkle to your life, a little glitter, a little pleasure. Wait for it. First up, we have a Launchpad. This is actually a Launchpad Mini. Now, you could get a Launchpad X, a Launchpad Pro, a Launchpad... I think that's it. You've got Launchpad Mini, Launchpad X, and a Launchpad Pro. So yes, you could add one of these to your setup, which is really awesome for capturing ideas, for performing live, for recording in chords, melodies, drum beats, and all those sorts of cool things. So a Launchpad, whether it's a Mini, X, or Pro, you should definitely add one to your studio. And the second piece of gear is a Launch Key Mini Mark III. So this is a mini keyboard. Obviously, we have all the keys, 25 keys. We have some drum pads and knobs that you can turn and twist. And again, it's just a really cool portable little production tool that you can either use in your studio or use on location, outdoors, where you can capture ideas, play beats, chords, melodies, and also perform live with. Adding either one of those things to your studio will just bring a little bit of fun into your life that you need. I know since I started using MIDI controllers, like how much fun music production became, and also like a whole world of possibilities opened up when I started using and incorporating MIDI controllers into my production. It became more fun. I was able to learn how to perform with it. I was able to, capture down ideas in ways that I wasn't capturing them before, in different ways, that I hadn't done before. So completely optional, but I highly encourage it. And so that's everything you need to record from home. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it helps you out. And I hope that you are inspired to start engaging your passion of music in your life and, just take that first step and go out there and get the things that you need to be able to engage this passion, no matter how young or old you are. Like, I know that there are a lot of people out there who think that they're too old for music and it's too late and all of that. But let me tell you that it is never too late to start your passion. It is never too late to pick up a new skill or to follow your dreams and do something that you've always wanted to do but never had the courage to. Start today, go out there and grab these pieces of gear that you need, and there's a whole world of information out there now online and on YouTube on how to make music and things like that. So, I can just only encourage you to start today on your dream. It's never too late. And it's going to bring so much joy into your life, being able to do something that you love and, being able to learn new skills and really engaging your passion just opens up your soul and brings so much more positivity into your life. So I really hope that you're inspired today to just get started on your dreams and your goals for your life and what you see, the vision that you have. And, you get out there and start being the person that you were created to be. I hope you enjoy my music as well. I hope you love the new track Earth Arcadia. And if you haven't yet checked it out, please go and check it out over on Spotify. Give me a follow if you appreciate and dig the song. And also, if you want to check out the music video as well, have a look at that. That's here on my channel. Also, don't forget, if you want to pick yourself up some Beats the Life merch, we have hoodies, t-shirts that are vegan, eco-friendly, and created in a factory that has renewable energy. It is shipped in plastic-free packaging. So if you want to support me as an artist and pick yourself up some merch, check out the link in the description. Also, if you aren't yet following me here on YouTube and you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe. Again, my name is Electronics, and thank you so much for joining me, and I shall talk to you soon. Oh.